Oh my god! Smoke is angry. He's been awakened and he's scared that someone will steal his gold, I reckon. He's in Erebor, so let's pay him a visit. Look at that big broccoli in the sky. In the last episode we visit a coaster called Oathbreaker. Make sure you check it out because it's really epic. And here on the right side we've got a camera, so let's look at the photo. He's nice. He's very nice. Across the road, the bridge, and then here we see a little harbor with boats that we can jump on. And on the right side we see a little camp with some knights fighting.
Surrender!
Why?
Because I need to take a crap.
Oh, I was wondering what I was smelling.
Oh, that's gonna take me weeks to clean.
I think he's got some cleaning up to do. Well, here's empty stand. Versi Vinchau. I don't know what it means. I have no idea. And this guy is telling us not to go in, but we're going in anyway. Here's the boat. And the boat's gonna take us to Erebor. Let's go! Wait a minute. Let's zoom back. Right there. What is that? It's a dead orc. How can I forget? Alright, that's that orc number 8. Let's go. Right, here we are on the boat. And as you can see, we're going down this cliff, which is pretty cool. Here on the right side, you've got some glowworms. The glowworm cave. This is what actual glowworms look like in New Zealand. And I've seen these with my own eyes in real life in a place called Waitombo Caves. Really cool. If you ever go visit New Zealand, definitely go there. There we've got the bastard from the caves, the king of the dead, or whatever his name is. He's still angry, as you can see. Well, no one cares. So yeah, some more glowworm caves, and now this is the epic scene that I've spent a lot of time on creating. It is called Argonath. You pan to your left and you open a big valley, and then all of a sudden, whoa. This is cool, eh? These are made, I terraformed these. It took me a very long time. And in the Lord of the Rings movies you also see these big ass statues in the valley. And that's what these are. I tried to recreate them. So they're 2 kings, I think, and they wear robes. And they're both stopping you from getting through pretty much, which is what they were doing. And that's supposed to be a big sword, but I made it out of terrain, so it's a bit of a wonky sword. But it doesn't look too bad, I have to say. It's quite straight, I guess. Yeah, it's not a bad sword. And yeah, and here we'll make our way to Erebor. So Erebor will be around this corner here. And in the first episode we went to do the exploration coaster. You saw a little bit of Erebor, but now we're going to go inside Erebor, and there's a ride in Erebor, so that's gonna be very exciting. So here's our stop, the little harbor. Let's jump off and continue to Erebor. Alright, we made it to the other side. It's really cool because I decided to use the boat to continue on the track that we've been walking in the last, all the episode of Lord of the Rings. Anyway, before we reach Erebor, on the left side here, there's a shrine. It's called Eferus Shrine. And it says, drink like dwarves, smoke like wizards, sing like elves, and party like hobbits. And on the left side, there's a little boat. And another dead orc. He's squished. Look at his legs, they're all long and shit. Dead orc number 9. Now on the right, we follow the Middle Earth Trail. And we're continuing, making our way to Erebor. There's the harbor. Kind of a harbor. And here we see Erebor, the land of the dwarves, I guess, or city of the dwarves. This is from the Hobbit movie. And some cool statues, some dwarven statues guarding the entrance to Erebor. Doesn't look anything like the ones from the movie, but nonetheless, I'm still quite proud of it, to be honest. I used the original from the movies as a representation of Erebor, and I tried to recreate that into the game, which was quite hard. Like, it took me quite a while, but I pretty much made everything using just the adventure pieces. So yeah, it's actually I really like that pack, and I hope they introduce some kind of adventure pack into Planet Coaster 2, because the pieces are really handy. So we're making our way into Erebor, and you see the grand hall with all the dwarven signs and structures on the side of the walls. The architecture is quite unique for dwarves, and I used a lot of dwarven pictures to make this. So we're going into a ride called Revenge, which is all about Smaug. There's a dragon at the bottom, don't go in! Ah! Okay, we're going in anyway, because I want to see. Anyway, there's definitely nothing scary down there. So, if you've seen the movie, The Hobbit, Smaug is at the bottom of Erebor, where they had to find the Arkenstone, which is guarded by Smaug, in this massive mountain of gold from the dwarves. And so they go inside and try to retrieve the Arkenstone, which they need for their story, for their adventures. So that's kind of what I was trying to make. So more dwarven statues on the sides, make a right, and then walk down into the queue. While we're in the queue, making our way to the coaster station, which is underneath those arches that you see there in the background. I realized after I finished the entrance that I should have swapped the entrance and the exit, because look at the exit, it looks so much better with all the coins. This is just square tunnels. There's not much to it. But here you can see on the right, if you look to the right, yes, look to the right. There you go. Look at all those coins. Smaug has been guarding all of this. Yeah, here's the coaster. This is the POV of Revenge. That was revenge. Smaug was angry. Let's follow it and talk about it. Lots of coins here. The whole idea is that we are in the place that Smaug defends where all the coins are. Let's look at his eye. This is really cool. Here he is. Look at that. It's really simple. All I built is like the stuff that you see, but behind the scenes there's nothing there. It looks like a lot, but it's not. And then we go up the chain lift here, and then we've woken up Smaug. So you see all sorts of signs that Smaug's alive, that he's going to defend. And waking up, and then the explosion, and there's Smaug bursting out of its hole right there. And here he is. Completely made from stone. Very proud of this dragon. And then you hear it. I am fire, I am death, his famous quote. And then it destroys Lake Town. Let's just look at it go. Let's look at it happening. You can see the trigger work. There's so many triggers in this. And again, I was trying to get a feel for that everything is being destroyed. See? Now I light this building on fire because when you come down it needs to look like stuff is on fire. And then everything, all of a sudden you see all of this starts catching fire as well. So when you go to it, looks like the town is fully destroyed, but in reality it's just properly timed and programmed. It splashes into the water. So this doesn't look like there's many triggers, but there's a lot of triggers happening in here. And in Lake Town, that's a place that Smaug comes down and destroys. Here he is, angry Smaug. It comes down and destroys everything. And here you've got that crossbow from the movie that I tried to recreate. It's the crossbow that ends up, I think they shoot Smaug under his one of his skills. And yeah, this is Lake Town. I tried to recreate. There's a little drawbridge. It's not great. And because you go through it so incredibly fast, it doesn't really matter as much. There's no people here. Because you don't really see the details as much. And from a distance, I think it looks a little bit like a town. And yeah, it's just the perfect size on this lake. See, I literally made a lake. Perfect size on this lake where Smaug can go and go nuts and destroy everything. And there's like, yeah, it looks pretty cool. There's lots of little pathways. There really isn't as much details because I didn't want the piece count to be going sky high. Because the park was already so big when I built this. Oh, here he comes again. Oh, is he? Here. I am fire, I am death. Okay, come down here. Really destroying everything. And then coming down this waterfall. Look at that. Going through here. So it's like he's making like strafe runs. Or strafe runs of destruction. You see he's blasting through the city in 3 different ways. And every way that he goes he leaves a trail of destruction. And it is by no means a realistic coaster. I didn't want it to be a realistic coaster. I wanted to go for the experience, like with all my other rides. And you go through all this fire and stuff, so people that really are into realism, they're like, oh, book, this is not realistic. Why would you make something like this? Well, I like fantasy rides, and I love making stuff like this that has a story. Let's have another look at the eye. I can show you how it works as well if you want. Oh, that was a goodie. The eye is pretty much just the rolling ball from the adventure pack. You see? There it is. It's all it is a rolling ball that's sunk in properly in a very specific way that it looks like he is opening his eye. And he's like hidden in here, I think. But if you look at it, you see, there's really not much to it. There's a truckload of coins, which are all like grouped together. But in reality, everything behind that, there's nothing there. But why would you? Because you don't see anything. And to save pieces, I did this for a whole lot of rides. I only built the stuff that you see. Let's have another look at Smaug. So the chain lift is pretty cool. You can see him like waking up, and then yeah, here he is. Let's see, we can take him apart if we want. Have a better look at him. Yeah, his wings are they were really hard to make. The shapes, these curves in his wings. And this is all made from rock, and like his tail is by no means perfect. But I was like, you don't really see the tail very well, so why would I spend all this time detailing the tail when you don't see it? And I really like his head. It looks really cool. Yeah, I think I did a decent job on making Smaug. He's obviously angry, and this is the hole that he came out of. So it's just literally just dug a hole. But when you go up the chain lift, you see him like destroying, making his way up to the top, and then explosion, and then yeah. So a bit of a destruction here, but that's Smaug. That's the city. Yeah, it goes through with like strafe runs, and then you go back into Erebor. And a little bit about Erebor as well. This is it's only 3,000 pieces. It doesn't like it looks big, but it is very big. Don't get me wrong. It's I enjoyed making. I grabbed a picture of Erebor from the movies, and I tried to recreate it and then give it my own twist. And on the inside as well, you see it's like a big dwarven hull. Also very well, like it's 3,000 pieces as well. And then you got these statues that's just copy and paste. All these coins, there's thousands of coins. This is not even all the coins, 3,000. And this is the station. Yeah, so that is Revenge. I hope you enjoyed that. I did. This is one of my favorite rides. Erebor is one of my favorite areas. I love this coaster, although it's not realistic. It is still exciting to ride. And with Smaug smashing through Lake Town, I will say goodbye to y'all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a beauty of a day. And I'll catch you in the next and last episode, where we come out of Erebor and we make our way into that mountainside here. And there's something really special in here, but you'll have to see in the next video. So, take care, and let's strap ourselves to the track and end the video once we die. The coaster riding on top of us. Right, make sure all to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!